Hello and welcome to this lesson on my tune Boulevard Saint-Michel. I'm playing it on this funny little 3-row Melodeon that I picked up about 5 years ago now. It was made in the 1930s and by a company in East Germany. It's a Sibylle Brandt Melodeon, and it's in 3 keys, G, C and F. So this row is G, this row is C, this row is F, and it has 34 buttons. So it's not quite the same as the standard kind of Hohner Corona layout. It has an extra button on each row, this one here and this one here and this one here. But we won't be using those extra buttons in this tune. But just bear in mind I've got an extra, or I've probably got an extra button to you if you've got a straightforward GCF Melodeon. I had a special request to teach this tune. That's why I'm doing this video. I haven't actually played the 3-row in quite a long while. This one's got a few problems these days. Bellows have gone a little bit slack, and I've got a couple of dodgy notes, but I've sort of taped those off so they don't sound. Luckily I don't need them in this tune. I wrote this tune while I was noodling about on an electric Melodeon that I bought years ago, one of these Roland FR18s, and I called it French Tune. In one of my Melodeon blogs, I went through this tune, but on my other 3-row, an ADG, and obviously that might be a lot of good to you if you want to play it in this key of D minor, and it changes the key of F on the B part. So just to recap, this is a GCF Melodeon, that's what this lesson is for, and the A part is in the key of D minor and the B part is in the key of F major. Now for my 3-row music, I do something a little bit unusual. Any notes on this G row, that's the row nearest the outside, furthest away from the bellows, I give those notes a square head. If you look at the music carefully, you can see some notes have square heads, not the normal egg-shaped head. Any notes on this C row here in the middle have diamond-shaped heads, and any notes on the inside the row that's nearest to the bellows, which is the F row, they have the normal egg-shaped heads. So square heads, diamond-shaped heads, normal-shaped heads. And in that way you can very quickly see which row the note is on. Unusually for me, I'm using one strap on this Melodeon. It's pretty light. So to support the Melodeon, I cross my legs and I kind of lean on this treble side here. It's not ideal for me. I'm used to 2 straps, but just for this short tune it will be fine. So I've undone my bellows straps and make sure they're facing forward so they're not fouling the bellows at all. As I say, it's a funny old instrument this, but it's rather lovely. I'm rather fond of it. And when I wrote this tune, I was trying to come up with something that sounded Parisian and made me think of 1960s black and white French films. If you understand what I'm talking about. If you're as old as me, you probably do, and if you're not, you may not. So anyway, the Boulevard Saint-Michel is a street in Paris. It's quite near the Sorbonne, so it is an actual street. I didn't make it up, and that's what I've decided to call this tune. Okay, let's get to it. I'm going to deal with the right hand first of all, the tune. Okay, if you don't know, the tune is played on this side, and the bass is the accompaniment, the chords, if you like, they come from this side, the left-hand side, as you sit and play the instrument. Let's deal with the right-hand side. Now, I used to use my thumb quite unusually, a bit like you would play a chromatic button accordion. I was playing one of those instruments when I wrote this tune, so that probably influenced me a bit. But I've since decided, doing that blog that I did on the ADG, to not use my thumb. And I'm Again, unusually for me, I'm putting my thumb on the edge of the fingerboard here. Usually I put the thumb around the back, but here I'm leaning on the edge. So the first note is A, and it's on this outside row, it's on this G row, and it's button 3 for me, but it's probably button 2 for you, okay? And don't forget these first 3 buttons are the accidentals, and quite nicely on this instrument they've got black buttons, you know, reminding you they're kind of the black notes on a piano keyboard. So we start on this note here, which is A. So as I say, third button down for me is probably second button down for you, and the number 1 indicates first finger. Some people like to call their thumb 1 and the index finger 2 and so on, like a pianist would. I tend not to do that. I call my index finger 1 because I'm a guitarist, my middle finger 2, my ring finger 3, and my little finger 4. So it's first finger, and it's on the pull. And because this is a 3-row instrument, I tend to do a lot of trying to play a run of notes in one direction. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes all on the pull. So start with the bellows closed. It's particularly important on this instrument because the bellows are pretty well shot. They just kind of fall open. So I really need a new set of bellows on this, but that's what I suggest. Start with the bellows closed. So these are the first 4 notes, all on the pull. And you'll see that you're using sequentially fingers 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you have A on the G row, it has a square head. And then you have D and F and A on the C row, they all have diamond heads. Fingers 2, 3 and 4. Like that, see? 1, 2, 3, 4.